All right, so I guess I'll do an update video. I try to do them regularly. People say if you do that, they'll get to know you better, they'll like you, they'll whatever. Just trying to share the reality of what I experienced as a dog trainer who's done this for a very long time. I have a track record and video evidence and testimonials and all that good stuff to prove that what I am saying is valid. It's not hearsay, it's not opinion, it's not my emotion, it's not my mind's eye speaking my truth. That's actually why we get into trouble with dogs and other areas of our life and society. No, this is just me narrating what is. People don't like that. It can be very aversive to some people, especially now when a lot of people have learned that their thing is valid because no one tells them otherwise, or they collectively surround themselves with people that are thinking like that. Hence a place like LA, there's a lot of collective thought here that is not conducive to what dogs need, and that's why there's a lot of imbalanced dogs and humans and relationships and work situations here, simply because of the agendas that are driven more by ego than reality. And everybody, when they're connecting in that way, it's not really going to be for the greater good of everyone. It's going to be everybody's individual needs trying to get met. And when we're with our dog, it's about their needs, not ours. Even if you have a well-behaved dog, I think I have some pretty good dogs. I put the work in. My Rottweiler Sue is just wired to be a pretty good-natured dog. It's just basic training I had to do with him as a puppy. But even then, I spent this morning, I'm headed to my day of seeing clients. I mean, last night I was out on a walk an hour and 15 minutes at a high pace for, 11 p.m. to after midnight. This morning we were on our regular walk about 20-30 minutes. Then I was doing with Sue, my Rottweiler, flirt pole, which is the stick and string, kind of looks like a cat toy. I recommend that for anyone who has a puppy, active, high drive kind of dog. Really good exercise, good outlet for their needs to chase, tug, bite. So I did that with him for like 20 minutes. I did 2 rounds of that because I didn't leave the house till about 11 today. And with Minnie, my little 10-year-old Yorkie, right? People will be, oh, it's a little Yorkie, let her just, no, she's not in the retirement home. Screw that. She's going to be as active as anyone. I want her to be youthful and healthy and feeling good her entire senior years. So we play our little tug, our fetch game. You've probably seen videos of both of these things I do with my dogs. That's daily. That is my maintenance program for dogs that actually are well behaved. They're calm. They don't follow me everywhere. They don't overreact to life. They listen when I need. They walk properly, and that's just life skills. It's nothing special. Every dog can achieve that. We're not doing anything above and beyond. There's dogs that can do more tricks or skill sets than mine, but I didn't put the time into that because it's not my priority. I just want my dogs to be happy, content, and integrate into my life in a way that makes both theirs and my existence peaceful, convenient, and content, right? Unless there's something that's going to make both of our needs potentially not get met, and that's when dogs should overreact, overprotect. Anyway, so what's the point is put the effort in with your dog, right? That's a big thing. Some dogs are just not getting enough walks and exercise and outlets and connection with their owners in ways other than just them following you around the house and you're indulging in your feel goods all the time with them. So anyway, yeah, off. I've got 3 clients today. I got 2 back-to-back. One I saw for the first time last week. We're on our second session, so we're going to get a little more in depth today. And then I got a new client. I had a lot of new clients this week. I think I have like 6 or 7 lined up. People ask me, I see probably average when I'm here in Los Angeles because it's a little more volume. It could be between like 10, usually 15 is the average, sometimes even up to 20 a week. It's just the driving, it's just constant crawling around in traffic. It's not that far. Everyone's about 10 to 20 miles from me, but it's a lot of just plugging along in the driving and all that. But yeah, I hear, a lot of trainers, oh, I got a client today, 3 this week. I'm like, that's great. And that's good to be doing anything if you're trying to help people and their dogs and you've got a skill set to be able to achieve that. But I don't know, it's just our job. I don't think a doctor is going to get on and say how many patients they have. I don't know, is it validating that you have a business? I don't know. Should I display my tax return, show you exactly how much I make? If you're curious, go on my website. You can see my rates, do the math, times 10 to 20 a week, figure it out, right? Anyway, I do a lot for my clients. I help and I give a lot of not just the per hour stuff, just so you know. So like, boy, that guy's got a high rate. First of all, I'm in LA. You cannot even rent a place to live that you're not going to get robbed every other day for less than $3,000. There's a higher taxes. There's just everything here is an uptick in living. And if I ever wanted to actually own a house, I'm looking at spending at least $1 million, and I don't think I'll ever make enough income to qualify for that. So again, that's why I charge what I do here. But aside from that, it's not for that. It's people are going to get built into it. My clients who actually utilize these things realize that it actually is a pretty good value, because I'm always there for my clients. They can call me, text me, videos. This is not just while we're working together or after the last lesson. It's lifetime. Any client can, a year from now, if they have a question, and I do drop-in classes that are the same way, free, unlimited, come whenever you want. I actually think more people who see me as clients should come to these frequently. I do those 2 or 3 times a month, just different parks and trails, so we can work together as a pack, if you will, as clients, kind of like-minded goals, being together, connecting, having their dogs connect. A lot of dogs, they need that to just be structured. Anyway, not to get too off the rails here, as I always do, but so yeah, so I mean, I'm busy. I like it. It's just some clients, I guess, when you're dealing with a lot of cognitive dissonance and you're trying to get people to see the light here to help their dogs, and you're demonstrating their dogs listen to you, and they're seeing that and they're saying, wow, I've never seen my dog so calm or listen. But then the same token, they don't want to do what you tell them to do to get that to happen for them. I take home a little bit of frustration. I'm not going to lie. You can see it in my post. Why? Because I care about this shit. I don't want to ever feel like I'm coming to see you, you're paying me, and you're not getting exactly what you called me for in the first place, which is usually resolution of an issue, or your puppy listening and having life skills. And I have to show you that. One last thing. Oh man, this is kind of weird. I've been taking collagen supplements and really been dialing in on my health. I've been losing weight, been really kind of getting better fitness. Collagen, I don't think it's going to fully, but my hairdresser noticed this, is that some of my gray on my head, but mostly my beard, and I think it's true. I don't want to be narcissistic and think something isn't, that you know, but I think I'm getting darker here. The gray is it's coming back in my regular color. That's kind of cool, right? I'm 50, so a little vain, but yeah, so, and I feel good. I think it's helping. I have a lot of back issues. I don't talk a lot. Again, I could talk so much about so much shit, so much trauma, so much poor me, so much of what I've got to go up against while I try to, you know, be present for the world. And I do, but I don't know. I don't think it's productive. And I don't think trying to gain sympathy, you know, is really going to make anyone really want to hear what I have to say. I think you should have some understanding for where I'm coming from, just mostly when it comes to why I'm telling people to do things a certain way with their dogs. Because again, it's just what works and what doesn't, because a lot of people have reported to me the results. And when it hasn't worked and we did something different and I found it worked, that's the pattern we got to follow. And you dial that in, you tweak that shit every day. Long time I've been doing this. I'm not just making this up as I go. I see what's happening. I see the way clients will respond to me when I tell them something, and instead of one way they respond or a certain set of ways, it's this way. And it says, as a pattern, long term, and that's where I feel bad sometimes. I get on a client and say, hey, you got to stop making excuses when I tell you what's needed for your dog, or why your dog is doing this. Or if I tell you that it's you doing this that's causing the dog to have a behavior issue, don't see it as a criticism. It's just the reality of how dogs relate to us when they have a higher vigilance and a certain personality type that is usually more of a candidate for training. But some people, and again, I complain about it, but it's because I just care. So I really freaking care. I want this to work for everyone who hires me. I feel terrible if people are paying me any amount of money. Even if I charge $10 for a session, I would still say, well, your time and your money is as valuable as anyone's, and I don't want to come here, but you are going to have to kind of let go of some of your preconceived notions and all your ideas of what you were doing with your dog, or what dogs are. I had dogs my whole life. I hear that a lot. A lot of men like to go, our last dog. I get it, but I'm telling you what I'm seeing in front of me based on your dog's behaviors, what you're doing in response to your dogs, how you relate to your dog, how you're relating to me. And unless it's on a certain track, and I always say it's not about appeasing the trainer. You don't have to make me happy. Just follow the rules so I can make you happy and feel satisfied, and your dog more than anything other than this, because all I give a crap is dogs being happy and not living miserable in a well-provided.
In 2 miles, take the exit to merge onto I-405 south towards Santa Monica.
So that's why I get kind of into it. I'm very passionate, very intense, and quite frankly, dogs are intense. You got to be in a zone when you're hyper-focused and trying to relate to them, project the proper controlled, strong energy, and be very good in your timing and sense the subtleties in their body language, behavior patterns, preemptive things in your shared environments, and energy. So that's that. Oh, we just turned it into a 10-minute podcast when I was just going to talk a little bit about my day. How about that?